What's up, y'all? Welcome back, and everybody new, welcome to the D-Struggles YouTube channel. I'm your host on the East Coast, and today, well, yeah, we got some odd and ends to finish up, so let's get at it. All right, so we left off. What did we do? Oh yeah, the fuel pump back here. So yeah, since I did all this work, what did we do? The fuel pump, the catch can, and something else. And I never put anything back together when I did it. I still got the dashboard taken apart underneath in the front. I got the center console pulled apart, and then back here, and then the kick panel on the side. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna go ahead and put all the panels back on. This way she's completed on the interior. So we're gonna start with this kick panel first. Bam! That was easy. Next, we're gonna reinstall the center console. Bam! Yeah, YouTube magic, gotta love it. All right, next we gotta get the under panel installed. Voila! As easy as that. All right. And I think lastly, we just gotta put these trunk panels back in. Well, at least this one on this side anyway. This one we have to leave out for the battery when we get a new one. We got that all put back together. I figured what the hell, throw it in. This car actually hasn't been completed since I took it apart, so I'm pretty sure it's actually completely, fully put back together at this point. Yeah, I mean, in the sense of how I put it together anyway. I mean, there's parts we took out that we're not putting back in that we deleted, but yeah. Now let's get to the technical stuff here. Now these brake lines, I think I mentioned in an earlier video how when I put these together, I didn't flare these ends out right. So I actually, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went ahead and I redid all of them except for this one, and this one's still leaking a little bit. So yeah, so the things I got to do this job, of course, a flare kit for the brake line, and you're gonna need one of these little pipe cutters so we can cut the end off so we can reflare it. Also, you want to grab you a turkey baster or something, because before you pull the brake line off of the master, you want to get the fluid out of the reservoir here. This way you don't make a big old mess in your driveway, your garage, or you know, wherever you may be doing this. So yeah, you just do that, and then get it in there. Okay, you see how I put that rag down? This way, when you're dripping the crap all over, you know, if you have a nice engine bay, you don't get the brake fluid on it. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, brake fluid will eat up your paint. So, yeah, keep that in mind. So first what I'm gonna do is take this little pipe cutter, and we're gonna get this in here and snug it, just lightly snug it, and then you twirl it around until it gets loose. Give it another turn, twirl it around, give it a little more of a turn. Just keep doing this little by little, and then yeah, it'll eventually cut this tip off. And that's it. All right. Now after you cut this end off here, they make tiny little files. You're supposed to take a file and go down in there and file off this the little edge that you created when you were using that cutting tool there. But I also found that you can use a little pick like this. You just stick it in the hole, and then you ream it out. You just twist it around, try to, you know, spread that lip back out to the outer side. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it kind of opened the hole up just a tad bit more. And then you want to take a regular file and then just file that down now since you pushed it outward. Lightly file it just like that, just to get that edge back down. Got a little lip, recessed lip that you pushed out. And if you're real anal, you know, you can get in here and give her another whirl just to make sure it's good. Then what you're going to do is, with this kit, it comes with these little pieces here. I don't really know what they're called, but so we got to find the right sized one. Probably this one that I use the most. So yeah, just take that and you slide it in there. All right, now that we know which one we're going to be using, and then you find also on this thing the hole that will fit the best for your brake line here. So we're going with the 3/16 hole here. Once you get the brake line put into the clamp piece here, then you take this piece again and then you lay it next to the brake line right here, and then you get the brake line to sit flush with that right there, that notch. And that's how you know how far to stick the brake line upward out of the clamp piece here. Once you get that sorted out, then you're going to want to tighten this up real good. This way, when you're compressing that in, the brake line don't push back out the other side. Oh yeah, and don't forget to put your fitting on before you flare that out. Now I've done that, I think I did it like 3 times by accident while I was putting mine together. Yeah, I don't know, just wasn't a good day that day. And you reinsert this into here, and then we hook this piece of the tool up. That's it, and you get it locked in like that, and then you just compress it down until that piece bottoms out into the clamp. All right, nice and bottomed out. And then we got to remove this piece. Now we're done with this piece. And now see the spike on there? Now we're going to reinsert that into the brake line there to flare it out the way it's supposed to be. I got to say the original flare looked way better than this one, but we're going to roll with it and yeah, see what happens. I got it reconnected and it still seems like it's leaking. Yeah, I don't get it. The only thing I can think of is this brass piece, the 3-way I got here. Maybe the end on the inside is messed up, because it's actually leaking more than it was now. It doesn't make any damn sense. But like I was saying, the flare, yeah, see, the flare on the other one was a whole lot better. Now I wish I would have left that flare, because this one don't look as good. The struggles, baby, they are real. Oh, but yeah, that's one of the last things that I just gotta, yeah, get that tooled up. And what else? Oh, the brake, the fuel line here. Yeah, I gotta get a new heat protector, heat shield here. I kind of just tooled up my old one, and yeah, it's not working out for me. So I gotta go spend some money and get some legit made professional ones instead of me tooling up my old ones with foil tape. All right, be back for another one. Well, another day anyway. It's gonna be the same video. So yeah, we just went up to the hardware store, and the auto parts store. Oh, and the Walmart. Yeah, gosh, the fucking Walmart, man. Holy crap. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with these people and wanting to collect shit paper. You know, I understand people want to stay home and they don't want to go nowhere, or, you know, whatever, but you got to think about other people, you know. I got a shit just like you got a shit. So, come on. Have a little common decency here. Oh, yeah. Luckily, I do have a couple rolls left, and I'll be back on the hunt tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, this is a little nonsense. All the canned goods, all the bread, all the eggs, all the pasta, all the sauce. I mean, I'm an Italian from New York, you know, and we love our pasta and our sauce. And I couldn't even get any of that. You know, I was going to make my old lady dinner tonight when she got home from work. Figured I'd have her some nice pasta sauce, you know, some mozzarella, you know, some Parmesan, the whole deal. But nothing. Yeah, it's just incredibly crazy out there. I'm sure this shit's gonna blow over, you know, like everything else we've been through. I mean, hopefully it don't get too hectic. I hate to be living in like some Walking Dead episode, you know. I don't know. It's just crazy. But anyway, we got some parts here. Bada bing, bada boom. So I got that rubber grommets for the hot wire going through the firewall back there. Like I was saying in, I think it was the last episode. The episode before that. One of the two, who knows. And then we got, oh yeah, what is this? Some ground wire. The ends to solder on. Some heat shield for my fuel lines. These. Oh, I grabbed these pins for my hood pins up at the hardware store, because the ones that slide, I don't know, I just don't trust them. I like these. You slide them in, then that ring flips over and locks, and then you know they're in there. So I grabbed 2 of them. There's the other one. And yeah, the main thing that we've been working on right now. So I had to grab another one of these 3-ways, which this is the third one I have bought. I keep messing them up. So yeah, this is the third one. And then I also got another short straight so we can bend up to go into it. Yeah, it seems that I over tightened it, and then, you know, that little nipple thing sticking upward down there, I crushed it in, and I think that's why the other one was leaking. So this one I'm going to be very gentle with. I'm only going to lightly snug these lines, and hopefully that's enough to seal it off and it won't leak no more. Yeah, I'm going to start back where I left off yesterday. Yeah, I got this disconnected, so yeah, I just got to take that 3-way the rest of the way off, and then we're going to plop that new 3-way on there, and hopefully I don't destroy it like I did that one. And this one right here. Yeah, here, I'll show you what I'm talking about with the crunching it in real quick. Let me get some white. Yeah, you can see the little ring down a little lower where it's kind of crushed in right there. We're going to try not to do that this time. See all 3 sides on this one. This one's the worst, this side. So, yeah, I'm going to try not to do that. After maximum struggling, I think I finally got it to seal off. Yeah, and I did have to crank it down. I tried just snugging it, and it still kept pouring out just by snugging it, you know, trying to keep it, you know, tight, but, you know, not super tight. But in the end, I had to kind of super tighten them. But it seems like none of these 3 are leaking. So, yeah, I pushed on the brake pedal to see, you know, put some pressure on it to see if it would come out, and I don't know, looks to be good for now. So hopefully we got it this time, and we are good to go with brakes. I got my custom fuel hose off, and yeah, we got this new heat shield. We're gonna slap this on there. Yeah, so this is 3 foot by 3/4, and I got paid, I think it was $15 and change for that, plus tax. Got it laid out, now I just gotta cut it. I got the fuel line reinstalled with the new heat shield on it. Got my clamp back on over here, and we got the fuel pressure sensor plugged back in. All right, so next we're gonna, I guess, have to de-pin that wire on the inside of the car in the cabin. Yeah, I gotta get back down here in this tight little bullshit area so we can pull that fusible link out and then de-pin that one wire so I can pull that wire back through. Close to 20 minutes later, we finally got it de-pinned. And I don't have a de-pinning tool or anything like that. I actually use this little piece of a tab. See that? And I cut this off of my clock spring. And then I straightened it up, and that little bend at the tip, that's how I de-pinned the wire out of this connector here. Yeah, I need to buy me some de-pinning tools, make my life a little easier. Finally, got that out of there. Now, I just gotta, drill that hole just a little bit bigger, and then we can put that rubber grommet in there. All right, I got too big of a grommet. This is actually a 1/2 inch grommet, and I would like a 3/8 one, because that's what I think this loom is, this casing cover, whatever. This is a 3/8 outside, so, yeah, I'm not liking that, how big that is. I really want this to fit snug in there. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of the odds and ends, and then tomorrow I'll just leave this for tomorrow. So next we're making us a ground wire. Oh, forgot to turn the gas on. Alright, so how I'm connecting this together, I got my little end here. I'm gonna heat it up. As I'm heating it up, I'm gonna hold my solder in here. I'm gonna fill the cap up with the solder, and then we're gonna dunk the wire in here. Bam, simple as that. What is this ground wire for, you ask? Well, this is for the coil packs. Since I relocated the coil packs, I was kind of weary on if the coil packs where they're mounted to the engine were actually, grounding themselves to the engine. And I actually post my videos on my Facebook page as well. I'll put the links to the YouTube on them. And somebody on there had watched it and then mentioned in one of the comments saying, oh, you know, you need to ground the coil pack back to the original spot, or at least to the block, you know, on the engine. So that's why I'm doing this. I was actually thinking the same thing while I was relocating it. Hey, does this actually ground out onto here, or is the grounds ran through the wiring itself? But just to be on the safe side, we're gonna run this from the bracket back to the coil pack. So yeah, I'm gonna hook it back to here, and we're gonna run it back to that bolt on the coil pack back there. Alrighty, Heidi. All right, we got that ground wire on. Hooked from here, wrapped around, going back to right there on the coil pack. I ended up taking out the stud, the original stud that was sticking up that held the coil pack down, and then I found me a bolt that was kind of long, so I had to cut it, but yeah, we got it to work. Well, all right, y'all. I just got to go tomorrow back to the hardware store, get that 3/8 grommet so we can hook the hot wire back up for the fuel pump back up to the alternator and get it through the firewall. Oh yeah, Dad's last dream. Yeah, I want to start working on this thing, but I can't afford to. I really don't want to even pull off these covers unless I'm financially in the position to even try to attempt to finish it. But yeah, give y'all a little sneak little peek here of a little bit of it anyway. See that? Then we got down here, got a late model Chevy 350 with the transmission connected to it. Yeah, I think this engine was just pretty much for mocking purposes. I think they were talking about putting a Viper engine in here, Dodge Viper engine. Woo! What we got here, eh? What the hell was that? Sitting in that box. I know what it is, but yeah, hopefully that'll be a future build. Oh, all right, y'all. I'm pretty shot, blown out, tired, ready. Finish up this video, finish up the editing, and go to bed. Tomorrow, hopefully, will be a beautiful Sunday, and I'm hoping me and my girl will be able to go to like the mountains or something, take the dogs out for a walk, something good. But till next time, peace and love, y'all. Keep it real.